What's up, good people? I hope y'all doing well. I thought I'd get out here on my patio and do a little impromptu live. Not sure how many of you guys will jump on, but thought I'd get out here and try it anyways and kind of give you guys my perspective on why Americans don't want to work anymore. But before I do that, I want you guys to do me a quick favor. Hit that thumbs up button for me, because that will allow the live to be spread out to more people, and you'll be doing me a solid. Also, if you want up to 12 free stocks, Webull is going to give you up to 12 free stocks when you open a new Webull brokerage account. Put any amount of money in that brokerage account, they're going to give you up to 12 free stocks for just trying out their brokerage app. So there's a link down in the description box of the live and soon to be video. So go click on that Webull link, open up your new Webull account today. You can put any amount of money in the account, guys, and they're going to give you up to 12 free stocks for just trying out the brokerage app. You guys know I use Webull, and I have been using Webull for the last 2 years. And I use it every day to make my trades, whether it be ETFs or individual stocks. So feel confident that you can go ahead and try it out and know that I use it every day. Well, all right, let's talk a little bit about America and why a lot of Americans don't want to work anymore. See, I'm kicked back, enjoying my beautiful day. Let me show you guys this view that I'm looking at. What a beautiful, amazing view. And I get to do this every day. But you know something? I don't get to do this every day because somebody gave me something. I get to do this every day because I worked my butt off, took the money that I earned, I bought assets that increase in value over time, and those assets put me in a position where I can have passive income. And that's really how I get to just enjoy every day like I'm doing right now. And it gives me the ability to be able to make YouTube videos for you guys, sharing what I've done in order to build my wealth. But what I've noticed, though, that it's hard to find people that want to work here in America. I don't know if it's this whole social media frenzy that we have now, where everybody is on their phones, flipping through the phones, looking at these people living these supposedly lavish lifestyles. And now nobody wants to do anything but live a lavish lifestyle. But don't nobody want to pay the financial price in order to do that. I mean, I went to one of the local restaurants last night with my daughter, and we're in the drive-through actually of this restaurant just to pick up some food to take home, and it's taking like an unusual amount of time in order to get some food. And I'm thinking, why is it taking so long to get this food? So I get up to the drive-through window and I ask the guy who comes to the drive-through window, man, why is it taking so long? He said, because we short-staffed. We can't find people that want to work. Nobody wants to come in and put in a honest day's work anymore and get an honest wage out of it. We hire people, and those people will show up for a couple of days, and then they ghost us. They don't even come back to get their little 2 days worth of paycheck. And I'm saying to myself, dang, man, that's crazy. But you know something? That ain't the only place. You call your local AC company. You can call your local electric company. You can go to your local school. And there's a shortage of teachers. You can go to your local hospital. There's a shortage of nurses. It's just nobody in America doesn't want to work anymore. Nobody wants to work for 10, 15, 20 years and take their money, put it in investments, build wealth, so that they can kick back in the golden years and just enjoy life. Nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants to do that in their 20s, in their 30s. And it's like, it's crazy. Or, here's another one. Since companies are so desperate to hire people, they tend to hire people who are not qualified to do what their company does. You get people that'll come out to your home to fix something, and they don't fix it right. And you don't know they haven't fixed it right until they leave, and then it breaks again. Or better yet, they don't even show up at all. You schedule an appointment, they don't even show up. And I'm saying to myself, it didn't used to be like this. Not when I was coming up. I'm a little older than most of you guys. See, I'm in my 50s, my mid 50s, and I can remember growing up as a kid, people took so much pride in working. I don't care if it was the blue collar worker or the white collar worker. People took pride in what they did. Now you look at these white collar workers, you better be careful. You might get scammed. They're gonna probably try to take advantage of you. Not all of them, but think about it. Look at all this stuff that's happening in the investment world, in the crypto arena, in the traditional investment arena. Look at all these people getting ripped off by con artists. People who are expected to do better. And it's just not happening. Now, a lot of people say, you know something, it's that era of social media. That's what's ruining the United States, is social media. The smartphone. People spend more time on their smartphones than they do working. That's what a study I looked at said. If a person is at work for 8 hours, this is what this study said now. People are at work for 8 hours, they spend 6 of those 8 hours strolling through their phones, on social media, looking at these lavish lifestyles that their favorite celebrity is living. And that's what they're thinking. Hey, he or she is out there living this lavish lifestyle, and they're in their 20s. I'm in my 20s. Why can't I do that? Not understanding that 80% of that stuff is a facade. It's a mirage. It's not real. And I'm not talking about something that I haven't experienced, guys, when it comes to just getting people that want to work. I talk to a lot of people in my financial one-on-one sessions. I do these hour financial sessions with subscribers, people who watch my YouTube videos. They contact me via email, on Instagram, and say, hey man, I want to change something in my financial life. I want you to, have a one-on-one with me. And they pay their money. We have the one-on-one. And in a lot of cases, people are they have lost touch with what reality is when it comes to building wealth. They have just lost total reality. They believe, okay, I want to do this for 1 year and I want to set myself up for the rest of my life. And I have to have a come to Jesus talk with them. Guys, for 99% of us, that's not going to happen. unless you already have means and money and wealth that you're going to be able to deploy and create passive income, it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. You're going to have to work. You're going to have to put in the work. And guess what? A lot of people don't want to do that. And that's why a lot of people are so susceptible to scams online, right? I get a lot of people who have been scammed. Why? Because their back is against the wall. They have an unrealistic idea of what financial freedom is all about. Why? Because they're looking at social media and all these people on social media telling them, look, you don't have to work. Hey, send me $1,500. You know, send me $500 and I'm gonna show you how to get a 43% return on your money. Matter of fact, let me correct myself on that. I'm gonna show you how to get a 4,500% return on your money. Not 43%, 4,500% return on your money. Now, come on, guys. In what world is that true? It ain't true. But that's what people are falling for. Why? Because they have an unrealistic expectation of what it takes to build wealth. It's sad. It really is. It's sad that America has gotten to the point where nobody wants to work anymore. Everybody wants to take it easy. Everybody wants the big check, but nobody wants to put in the time and effort that it takes to get the big check. And again, I may be out of line. Maybe I've lost touch with reality, but I don't think so. I worked for 25 years in corporate America, and I worked with a lot of wealthy people. And I gotta tell you guys, I would say 90% of those people that I worked with were self-made, right? They made their wealth through working. Nobody gave it to them. There was no inheritance. They started a company. They had a high income skill set. They took the money that they earned. They put it in assets. And those assets over time increased in value and created passive income. That's the way it works. That's the way it's traditionally worked. And in most cases, that's how it's going to work in the present and in the future. Yes, there are opportunities where people can come up faster because of what's happening with technology. People can come up faster, but that's typically people who find a problem that needs solving, and then they come up with a solution to solve that problem. Those are the people that really will hit a home run quickly. But there ain't no home runs if you're out here working a normal job, making a normal wage, and you think you're going to take $1,000 or $2,000 on a one-time shot and get rich. Guys, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. What you're going to have to do is figure out what's important to you in your financial life. And then you're going to have to figure out, how do I put a plan together to achieve what's important to me in my financial life? And then you're going to have to be realistic. You're going to have to say, you know something, I'm 30 years old. Instead of me trying to get rich by the time I'm 32, how about I wait until I'm 40 or 45 or 50 maybe. Maybe you wait 20 years. Nobody don't want to wait that long. We want it all right now. We want it all right now. Don't nobody got no patience, man. You guys don't know how many DMs I get and emails I get of people saying, I don't want to wait. Why I got to wait 20 years? Why I got to wait 10 years in order to get to my financial freedom? And guess what I tell them? You ain't got to wait. You can do it as fast as you want to do it. But you better have some money. You can't come on, you can't expect financial freedom in 1 year if you're broke, or if you're living above your means, or if you got credit card debt, or if your credit raggedy and you can't buy real estate because your credit raggedy. You can't get no loan. You can't do anything to create wealth. First of all, you got to get yourself in a position to create wealth, right? You got to get yourself in a position to create wealth. How do you do that? You got to get a job. You got to have a high income skill. You got to have a business. And then you got to create and generate income. And then you got to take that income, and you can't buy things to make other people wealthy. We got a problem with that in this country. We love making other people wealthy, man. Right? But you got to take that income and you got to keep it. And then you got to multiply it. You got to buy real estate. You got to invest in paper assets. You got to start a business. You better do something to multiply that money. And you ain't going to be able to just do it for 6 months and think that's good. No, you're going to have to do it month after month, year after year, maybe even decade after decade to get to where you want to get to. That's 99% of us. Yeah, you're going to have that rare 1% who can do it faster. But the majority of us, we ain't going to do it any faster than that, guys. So you got to be realistic. You got to stop fooling yourself. You got to stop pretending. And if we do that in this country, we'll get back to being great again. Right now, financially, for most Americans, it's not great. Guess what's happening? That wealth gap is continuing to widen. It's getting larger. The gap is getting larger. The 1% are making all the money. They own all the assets. They control all the lifestyle. The 1%, where 99% live paycheck to paycheck. We got to change that. It wasn't that way when I grew up. I'm telling you, it wasn't that way. You had this country thrived when I was coming up. The middle class thrived. Now, the middle class is living paycheck to paycheck. The middle class don't even have any money in retirement. You got 100 million people in this country don't even have any money in retirement. We only got 350 million people in this country. And a good portion of those 350 million are kids and old folks, retired folks, the elderly. The middle class, that 100 million, that's middle class people, working people. Don't have $1,000 in their savings account. Don't have no money in retirement. But yet and still, I don't want to work. I want to sit back and live a luxurious life. I want to fly on private jets. I want to own Lamborghinis. I want to buy Rolex watches. I want to have multiple homes all around the country, all around the world. I want to be able to take Facebook selfies, Instagram selfies, so that people can look at me and think I'm successful. That's what the majority of Americans want right now. And it's sad. It's terrible. It's terrible. And I know the first thing people are going to say, well, how could you talk? You, Ryan, here, you got the dream home. You done had all these fancy cars. Blah, 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 blah. But you forgetting the one ingredient. I earned everything I got. Nobody gave me nothing. I grind for over 20 years, delaying gratification, building wealth, multiplying money, building assets that create passive income. So yeah, I got things on my bucket list I want to do. I'm able to do them because I paid the financial price. over a 20 to 25 year period. I grind. Why? I had no other choice. Wasn't nobody gonna give me nothing. Ain't nobody gonna knock on my door and give me a check for $1 million, and ain't nobody gonna knock on your door and give you a check for $1 million. You better have a financial checkup from the neck up, or you're gonna mess around and be my age and ain't gonna have nothing. And I don't want that for you. I hope you don't want it for yourself. But I tell you what, it's gonna happen if you don't put a plan in place. If you don't stop living above your means. If you don't stay out of consumer debt, high interest rate credit card debt, buying all these fancy cars but ain't got no way to pay for them, you better stop. You better figure out how to develop some patience and start putting money in assets. Get some side hustles, second job, whatever it takes. This instant gratification that we all looking for, it leads to disaster, financial disaster, guys. Now, you don't have to take my word for it. You can say I'm just some guy on YouTube ranting and raving. Go right ahead. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen though. You're gonna wake up one day, you're gonna look in that mirror, you're gonna be my age. You're gonna have anything financially to show for it. And that's when the stress gonna come in. Because you're gonna say to yourself, shoot, I'm 50 plus years old, and I don't know how I'm gonna take care of myself if something were to happen to me today. That's no way to live, guys. That's no way to live. But I tell you what, if you don't do something to change it, that's where a lot of us are headed. My little neighbor's dog over here, this joker here is just a little menace. Every time I'm out here filming a video, that little dog right there, see him? See him? See him? Can y'all see him? See that little dog right there? That little sucker right there got a 7th sense. He know when I'm out here, man. Goodness gracious. I even try to hide from him. That little joker start barking when I'm trying to film my videos. He a little menace, but he's a cute little dog. Don't get me wrong. I love dogs. He's a cute little dog. He got a motor that just don't never turn off. This little joker don't never get tired. I mean, I'm like, when he sleep? When he take a break? He don't. If I come out here and I go on the other side of the patio, he on me. All right. So there we go, man. I'm not gonna keep y'all. I just wanted to. It's Friday, and I'm in Southwest Florida, so it's about 12:30, I guess, and this just came on my mind. I said, you know something? Let me just do a live and get this off your chest, man. Y'all know I'm about financial freedom, man. I'm about helping people get to their financial freedom. But what's happening in America right now with people just flat out not wanting to work? And if they do work, let's say they work a normal job, just a normal 9 to 5. But that 9 to 5 ain't cutting it for them financially, right? They ain't making enough money. You would think people would recognize that and say, well, hey, the 9 to 5 ain't making enough money for me to be able to invest to build wealth. I got to do something additional. I got to do something extra. People don't want to do that. People don't want to do nothing extra. They feel like, hey, my weekends, I deserve a weekend off. I deserve to be able to chill and just enjoy myself on the weekends. Well, yeah, you do. But there's a price to pay for that, though, right? There's a price to pay for that. If I don't want to create side hustles, if I don't want to get a second job in order to make money to be able to invest in assets to build wealth, there's a price to pay, right? It's a heavy price. So think about your situation, man. Before I get out of this live, I just want to say this. Think about your situation. Find out what's important to you in this life, man. And again, I'm not telling you money got to be the number one thing in your life, because it's not the number one thing in my life. But I do understand that money is necessary for me to be able to live the lifestyle I want to live. See, that's the key. Money is important because without it, I don't get to sit on my patio at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 12:30 in the afternoon, whatever it is, on a Friday, being able to just kick back and relax, listening to my music, looking at this beautiful scenery right here, and this beautiful community that I live in. Just peace and quiet, man. Don't have to worry about nothing. But again, the only way I got that is I worked for it. Nobody gave me nothing, and ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. So you better decide. You better decide what you want out of this life. And then when you decide, be willing to put in the work to get it. I've already told you what the alternative is. It's not good. Well, all right, man. I'm going to get on out of here. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully you got something out of this. I know a lot of you did. And that's why I do it. I do it because I know this is what makes me happy, is paying it forward, sharing financial information that I benefited from my experience. I love doing this. I hope I'm always able to do this. But find something that you're passionate about. Find some purpose in your life. Wouldn't it be a shame, man, if you left this place and you never really, truly experienced passion or purpose? And worst case scenario, you never truly experience happiness. And again, money ain't gonna make you happy. But having assets that can take care of you affords you the opportunity to go out and find your happiness. And that's what I was able to do January 1, 2020. And since then, I ain't looked back, man. I've been just enjoying my life, doing whatever I want to do. But you can have whatever you want to have, but you're going to pay the price to get it. Weeble link down in the description box, guys. Go get that free stock from Weeble. They're going to give you up to 12 free stocks for just trying out their brokerage app. Put any amount of money in the new brokerage account, they're going to give them 12 free stocks, or up to 12 free stocks, and then you can start building wealth. I also recommend for you guys who don't follow me on a daily basis here on YouTube, hey man, tap in. That's what the knowledge is, at least my knowledge, and it served me well. Now, you may not agree with everything, but hey man, if you can get a nugget or two every now and then, get it. Why not get it, right? If you can get a nugget or two every now and then, get it. Also, check in with me on Instagram. I'm doing a lot of stuff on Instagram that's not even coming on to the YouTube channel. So go catch me on Instagram as well. You know, follow me on Instagram and tap in. Tap in. Don't be one of these Americans who don't want to work. Ain't nothing wrong with working, man. Ain't nothing wrong with putting in a honest day's work for a fair wage. It's what you do with that wage is what matters. Please understand that. Please understand that. All right, guys, if you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash that like button. Thoughts become things. You see it in your mind. You can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. And I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace.